Eerst Bathe in the Waters of Love. Hier is Grant Mclennan.
Thank you. This is for Aretha Franklin. Take a tip from me. Bathe in the waters. Bathe in the waters of love. Take a tip from me. Bathe in the waters. Bathe in the waters of love. I'm trying hard to find myself a place to rest in this great nation. You're trying to take the easy way out, make the best of a bad situation. Take a tip from me. Bathe in the waters. Bathe in the waters of love. Take a tip from me. Bathe in the waters. Bathe in the waters of love. What do you do if you find yourself in a one-way street with a flat battery? All I know, good advice won't work. Stocks and bonds or flattery. Take a tip from me. Bathe in the waters. Bathe in the waters of love. Take a tip from me. Bathe in the waters. Bathe in the waters of love. This is where Aretha comes in. So carry me. Carry me. What do you do? Been up all night. Try to get to sleep and your pillow feels like it's lead. You've shot the phone, burned the light. Milkman comes around, you kiss him dead. Take a tip from me. Bathe in the waters. Bathe in the waters of love. Take a tip from me. Bathe in the waters. Bathe in the waters of love. She comes back again. So carry me. Carry me. Take a tip from me. Bathe in the waters. Bathe in the waters of love. Of Fireboy, as Loshin said, and this was a request from someone who's very sick in hospital, and it goes out to them. RSVP from Hot Blood Babe. I see you up there lighting fires. I got an invitation to the fireman's ball. I saw you up there lighting fires. How can I explain this burn in my veins? It was you up there lighting fires. Dun 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 dun, angel. Dun 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 dun, dun, angel. Took a wrong turn by a burning tree. It was you up there lighting fires. Underneath the cross by Calvary, I saw you up there lighting fires. Dun 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 dun, dun, angel. Dun dun dun, la la la, angel. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, I'll give it to you straight, hope it pulls you through. Cotton and nails, hammer and sickle, steal yourself a riverboat and fill it up with nickel. I'm living underground, I'm paying for air. I see you up there lighting fires. A donkey or a jet, is it gonna get you there? I saw you up there lighting fires. I saw you up there lighting fires. Dun 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 dun, dun angel. Dun 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 dun, dun angel. Dun dun dun, angel. Dun 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 dun, angel. And this song, I had told Lochin that I might do this one, but I think I might do another one. This is a lullaby, and that's got 2 L's in it. To let you know I'm doing fine. Maybe I'm getting hot, or it could be the red wine, but I thought that what we had would run to eternity. L-O-V-E. I would never go to the dark side of town without you. I remember when I met you, how slow I was to act, but I hadn't used my heart before, and that's a fact. Puppet shows and olive trees, love in foreign rooms, these relics of affection in a simple tune. I would never go to the dark side of town without you. The river is wide, the river is long, the dredges do their work, they carry me along. Come on, time, do your magic trick, take this all away from me, make it quick. Oh, don't go away, I don't mean those things I say. Frustration takes over me, and I say things. You picked me up, you spun me round, you made me something better. Overnight my fortunes changed, now I read all letters. If I could see it from your side, things might be clear. Only you know what you promised, I won't reveal this here. I'm walking on the streets of the dark side of town without you. I'm living in a house on the dark side of town without you. I'm lying in a bed on the dark side of town without you. You said, oh, don't go away. I don't mean those things I say. Frustration takes over me, and I say things.
Je hoorde... Hij zit net te doen alsof hij zit te huilen. Je hoorde Grant Mclennan met Lightning Fires en daarna een slaapliedje, een lullaby. En dat heette The Dark Side of Town. Grant Mclennan met Bathe in the Waters of Love, live hier in Villa 65. En ik zei het net al, van hem verscheen onlangs de nieuwe cd Fireboy. Grant, welcome in the studio.
It's great to be here, Lochin. Thank you.
Who's the Fireboy, you?
I guess I was when I saw myself catch
on fire in a dream once.
What did it mean to you?
It was a green field, and there were mountains in the distance, and it was a very blue sky, and there was a very long fence winding through it, like a Christo sculpture. And there was a woman standing up on the fence, high up, and I was looking up, and there was a wind blowing, and I caught on fire. So Fireboy came to me about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I rang up the producer, Dave Dobbin, and told him, and he said, "Do you know what time this is?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "What do you want?" And I said, "I want to call the record Fireboy." And he hung up on me.
He didn't like the dream.
He was probably having a nightmare of his own.
Yeah. Fireboy is your second solo album. Could you say there's a theme in the lyrics or in the music?
It's kind of hard now that I can sort of sit back from it a little bit and see the songs. I think that there is a theme, and in a way it's where Watershed was someone lost in the wilderness, someone completely and utterly, I think, unable to go forward, backward, sideways, under, over. Fireboy is someone that's almost coming through the forest, and the trees are getting a little sort of thinner, and they can almost see sunlight or something. And so it's almost like I'm at a point of clarity, but I'm not quite there. So I'm kind of happy about that, but I'm still on fire.
Sounds beautiful. The songs are dedicated to Gloria Swanson, Kenneth Slessor, Brett Whiteley and Dean Martin. Can you explain that?
Well, they're all my friends, and they're very special people to me. Gloria Swanson, when I was making the record, she's got a biography, an autobiography, and it's all about her early days in the cinema and how she set up the studio United Artists with Charlie Chaplin, D.W. Griffith and Douglas Fairbanks Sr. And she was a sculptor. She was interested in looking after children globally, like Audrey Hepburn. It's a shame that she
Bless her
passed.
soul,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, my beloved Audrey Hepburn. And I just, think she's a fantastic actress, a really strong woman and really principled. Kenneth Slessor was an Australian poet who died in the early 1970s and wrote what I think is the best Australian poem called 5 Bells. Brett Whiteley is an Australian painter who died last year, very unfortunately, in strange circumstances. And his work is something that I've always admired, and his dedication to trying to create beauty and things that are real has constantly been wonderful. And Dean Martin's the showbiz sort of side of me, Dean Martin was number 1 in radio, number 1 in television, number 1 in the movies, and number 1 in records. And not even Michael Jackson's been that big. People tend to forget that. Also, I cannot put this in Italian, but Dean Martin basically didn't give up about anything. Yeah.
Okay, you can say that on Dutch radio. In some of the songs of Fireboy, like Riddle in the Rain, it seems you have been influenced by the work of Leonard Cohen. Is that a right assumption, or?
I think that's. I don't know if. I mean, you always pick up things, like. I'm sure I've been influenced by Shakespeare, because I really like his writing, but and a lot of other sort of fiction or poets, but I'm not about Leonard Cohen. I mean, I adore Leonard Cohen. I think he's one of the funniest men that's ever lived, and also one of the most charming, and also one of the most talented, I guess. And I can see why you'd say that, and I know that when I do that thing at the end of that song, that's pure Leonard Cohen. So I was aware of that.
Okay, so you don't mind to come?
No, I don't mind, because I'd rather be in the company of Leonard Cohen than Bon Jovi. But
You used to be in the Go-Betweens. What's the best part about working solo now?
The best part about working solo is that I guess I don't have to write a song and take it into the band and basically I can do what I want to do with it. So it's kind of like it's been a very liberating time for me.
I understood you work on a screenplay with former Go-Between Robert Forster.
Yes, Robert Derwent Garth Forster. He's in Australia at the moment, and we've kept in touch and done some shows in America and Europe with Lloyd Cole. We've done a show in Australia last year in Robert's hometown, Brisbane, at the Spring Hill Fair. So that was a wonderful, very emotional thing to do. That was the first time we'd played in Australia since the Go-Betweens divorced. And the script is just... I just love working with Bobby. You know, when we first started the band, we were writing a film script then, before we, you know, at the same time. So doing it now is just another great thing.
What's it about?
It's got no sex, no violence. Two characters. The main characters are two women, a blonde and a brunette. It takes place in southern Queensland, most of it, which is very tropical with blue skies. And there's a chase scene through a pineapple farm. It's very funny.
Sounds promising. In the Dutch Encyclopedia of Pop, the piece on the Go-Betweens ends with the line, "Striking is the fact that all Go-Betweens albums have titles with words with double L in it." I'm sure that journalist thought he cracked the code, or was it just a coincidence?
I think the laws in physics and coincidence of the same thing occurring 6 times is like roughly 676 trillion, 500, something like that. After the second album, Before Hollywood, we realised when we were thinking of naming the third album, when we were down in France, and we'd recorded it down there. We're sitting in the airport, and we had nothing better to do to try and think up the album title, and some bright spark said, "Oh, there's 2 L's in the first 2." So from then on, it became kind of a game. And I think maybe it's because there was a person called Lois Lane, or there might have been a person called Lottie Lenya, but that's after the fact. It was just pure. It just looks good. I like double L's, you know. It's a nice looking thing.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for this conversation.
It's a pleasure.
Grant, you can walk over to the stage.
Oh, my leg.
Comedian. Je kan nog gaan luisteren naar 2 songs van Grant Mclennan. Hij speelt in ieder geval Lightning Fires. En als het een beetje mee zit, speelt hij ook nog Right Here.
This is a song